Hello guys, welcome back to our European tour. During our travels through Portugal, we received a message from a family that live just north of Porto. They've got a couple of teenage kids and they're doing a self-build camper van that would sleep all four of them. They've been following our channel and obviously been inspired to do their own build and invited us along so that we can take a look at how they're getting on. So we're here just on a high point overlooking the village of Fradelos, and we're here to visit a couple of viewers who have been watching the channel. Beautiful view from up here, you can see nearly the whole village, and just in the distance there is where we're heading to meet our friends. So we're here with Rui and Maria, and they're viewers of our channel. They've been watching our build videos and it's inspired them both to build their own camper van. Yeah. And they very kindly reached out to us and invited us to their home. We had an absolutely amazing dinner last night. Thank you very much. We had tried some local cuisine from Porto, Francesinha.
Yeah.
It was absolutely delicious. Yeah, really lovely meal. So thank you very much for that, guys.
You're welcome.
And we're just outside here with the van, and we're just going to have a little tour around the van and see what work that Roy has been doing. So let's take a look inside. So just briefly tell us what type of van this is, Roy.
Well, this is a Fiat Ducato. It's a 3.0 liter, 3.0
So it's got the larger engine.
Yeah, it's 160 horsepower.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's typically called as L4H3, which means it's the higher version, the rooftop.
Yeah, because this looks a lot taller than our van.
Yeah.
You've got a bit more headroom in here.
Yeah.
It's maybe a little bit shorter than my van.
Yes, a little bit, a lot, because
Yeah.
only has 6 meters 36
Yeah.
centimeters, which is L4, length 4. So we decided to buy this van. We bought it a year ago.
And you did a big trip to go and get it, didn't you?
Yeah, I went all the way to Hanover in Germany to get it. I bought it there and I came all the way from Hanover to here. So I arrived safe and well.
Let's have a look inside and see what work that he's been doing and the layout of the van. So you guys have the two swivel seats in the front here, and just briefly explain the seating arrangement that you're going to have here, because you guys obviously have got two sort of teenage kids that you're taking with you as well. So there's going to be 4 of you in the van.
Yeah, this van is going to be for 4. We are us 2 and us 2 children, Guilherme and Mathilde. We're going to have a table here. We'll swivel the seats just the way they are, and then we're going to have another bench over there, which is a 2-seat bench facing forward, facing this way, so they can be on the table when they're eating, and when we are traveling they have the seat belts to be secure.
So you've got a double seat out of another van?
Yeah, from a Mercedes Sprinter.
Ah.
English Mercedes Sprinter.
And then obviously the children can sit here while the van's travelling, and then the table will be set up just underneath the window there.
Yeah.
And then you've also got a vent sticking out the wall there for Truma heater.
Yeah, we're going to install the Truma 4 underneath the bench.
Underneath the seat.
Underneath the seat. So the Truma will be underneath. There's a small box where the seat will be on top, and underneath will be the Truma 4, and the heating conducts will come out of the Truma to the places we want.
So I just want to focus on your shower, because like ourselves you're putting a shower and a toilet in your van.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of interesting things how you're going to construct your shower, which is different to what I've seen before. It's very interesting the way that the shower is joined together. I haven't seen this done before. This is a 15mm plywood and it's mitered on the corner, so it's a 45-degree cut all the way down both boards, so it's mitered together. And then this is a metal profile, which there's a groove also cut in the mitre. I don't know whether I can just pick that up. You may be able to see there's a groove cut in the mitre. And then this profile slots into the groove on both boards. So it kind of locks the 2 boards together. And then it just stands a little bit proud. I think I can maybe, from here. It's a little bit proud here. And then what your plan is to put a vinyl on this surface, and then that'll be glued on there and it'll finish nice and flush on this corner. And it gives you a good protection,
of the corner.
like a hard corner, so you're not going to damage the boards or. Yeah, that's really good. I haven't seen that done before.
Well, I decided to maximize the space of the van so I could get the most of it. It gave me a lot of work to try to make everything count. Like extra centimeters will be very important. So all around the van we have this structure here and somewhere down there, like on this side. And if I could have put a board on top of this, but I will lose a lot of centimeters.
Yeah, sure.
So I put the board inside with the insulation, and then afterwards, doing all this, I'm going to put a piece of wood here just to cover a little bit. So I have these extra centimeters here, which is good. So I won't come into the corridor as much.
And then you're going to line the entire inside of your shower with fiberglass.
Yeah, fiberglass. Yeah.
And that's all going to be built in situ.
Yeah, yeah. Everything is going to be built here inside, so it will be one piece. Sorry for my English. So I think it will be pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you.
It will be the whole thing from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Will be one continuous sheet of fiberglass.
Yeah.
With no joins.
No silicones, no nothing.
So it'll be completely waterproof.
Yes,
And
all the way to the floor and the way to the roof.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
the ceiling.
really good idea. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
So we'll have the Tetford cassette over there. It's one that comes from the side to the other. I think it's C402.
Yeah, so you cut a hole and I can see the door in the side of the van there
Yeah.
for the cassette to come out the side, and then you've got the C400.
C400 series. Yeah.
Yeah, so it goes the full width from one
Yeah,
side to the other.
67 centimeters.
Yeah, and then you're also going to have a wash hand basin
Yeah.
on the wall that folds down.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. It goes on top of the. It's made specially for the Tetford cassettes. I think it's called Contessa,
Yes.
and it came from the UK. It came from the UK through eBay, and it will sit on top of the toilet, and it's foldable sink. So when we're not using the toilet, we can fold down the sink and wash our hands or do whatever we want. And it's the same width of the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys are going to be travelling with your two children,
Yeah.
and you're obviously going to need to sleep 4 people in here.
Yeah.
So can you maybe just explain how you're going to arrange the beds in the back here for
Yeah.
all of you to sleep?
Okay, we're going to have 2 beds here, one here, down here, and one here on the top. And we can explain, the first one is going to be ours, which is the one on the bottom. We have here on this side, we have the freshwater tank
In the
here,
corner. Yep.
in the corner here. We'll be having the freshwater tanks here, and then the pump will come out of the freshwater tanks. So we're going to build a box here to protect everything.
Okay.
And on this side, we're going to have our laser batteries.
Yes.
Yes. And we'll do the same. We'll do a box to protect the batteries with ventilation and going all the way over there. So the first bed will sit on top
Okay.
of those boxes. Okay.
So it'd be fairly low down, just over the top of the wheel arches.
Yeah, 50 centimeters.
Yeah.
half
And it's
of
good
height.
that you've got your fresh water here and your leisure batteries here,
Yeah.
and that will balance the weight.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And then the children.
The children will be up here. So we have these special rib nuts.
Ah, yes, we use the riv nuts. They're really good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're marvelous. They're great. So we're going to build a structure. So it will bolt here on this side, on the other side. So it will be the bed will be here, fixed. So the kids will sleep on top, and it will be easier whenever they don't want to travel with us anymore, because one of them is already 15, the other one is 11. We can take the bed off and just cover the rib nuts,
Yeah.
and maybe some cupboards here.
And then that'll give
And then-
you a lot more space. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's a great idea.
yeah.
So obviously I can see that you've used Copex for all of your wiring. It's an excellent idea, and it's exactly the same as what we did in our Sprinter, and it came in really handy for ourselves because we had to pull in some extra cables. I know one cable in our van wasn't long enough, so we had to pull it out and pull another one in. So it really does make sense to do this. It's a lot more extra work, I appreciate, but in the long run it does pay dividends, because as well as protecting your cables, it also future-proofs it if you want to make any changes. So here, obviously, you've got quite a lot of cables coming out here, but this is where your main control centre is going to be. So everything comes back to this location.
Yes.
So, and then they're all very neatly clipped to the ceiling and through the walls to wherever they're needed. And then in terms of ventilation, you have skylight at the back here, just a manual opening skylight over the bed. So you can put that in a couple of different positions.
Yeah.
There's a very small one in the shower, again to give you some ventilation in the shower, very important. And then you have a fantastic fan at the front here, which obviously this is where the kitchen is going to be, so it's important to have some extract here.
Yeah.
It's the same, we have the fantastic fan exactly the same as this in our van. It's relatively easy for us in the UK and America. There's lots of resources and places where we can get materials for doing our self-build. But I imagine here in Portugal it's a little bit more difficult to source the right materials.
Well, in the construction business, we can get a lot of materials, but dedicated camper vans is a little bit more difficult. We bought our materials, all of them, skylights, the windows, the trummer, the stove, the batteries, the solar panel, everything we need. We bought in one place only, which is Campilusa in Coimbra. They were amazing. They spent hours and hours with us trying to solve which materials we would like, which one will be the best for us. So I want to thank them a lot. Yeah, they were amazing. Campilusa, Coimbra. They're amazing.
Well, what I'll do is I'll put some details in the description of this video.
Yeah.
If there's other guys in Portugal that want to source some materials.
Yeah.
And then I'll put the name and address details and some contact details.
Even camper vans who come from other countries, because it is in the center of the country, it will be very nice if they have some problems. Sure. Center of the country is the middle of the country, Coimbra.
And if anybody's holidaying here and you have a problem and you need some parts, it would be a good idea.
Yeah, to go there. Yeah,
to go there as well.
It's a nice place, very nice people working there.
Brilliant. So just quickly on the outside, you've got a huge, great big awning on the side there. That looks fantastic. I like the way that all of the external pieces that you've added to the van are black, obviously because you've got the grey van, so it really does go well with it. Obviously the window frames are black, which is unusual because most of them you see they're white. And these are the two vents for your Dometic fridge. Now you've got a really new fridge, only just released on the market, I believe.
Yeah, about 10 months ago.
So your fridge is very new on the market.
Yeah.
The latest one. Maybe you can just explain a little bit about it.
I think what Dometic tried to do is to offer us the possibility to have a fridge for camper vans with the specifications of bigger fridges they already have. So this one was made specially for camper vans. It's Dometic RMV 5305 and it already has AES, which is automatic electronic system, which changes automatically from gas to 12 volts and to 220 volts when you are.
So when you're on a hookup, or
it will detect and change automatically with the aid of another piece of equipment that will connect everything together.
And it all wires back to your central control unit, which controls everything in the van.
Yes, yeah.
So your water, your gas, your fridge,
the trummer
boiler, all connected back to the same control device.
Yeah. And everything will be controlled by the same device. Okay, the Trummer 4 has a special dedicated controller, the same as yours.
Yes.
But everything is connected to the Shout, I think it's EBL211. And
what is the capacity of this fridge?
I think this one is 78 litre, and it has like a normal fridge, and then it has a freezer on top, which can be removable if we don't use the freezer.
So you can have the little freezer compartment, or you can take that out and just have it as a fridge, top to bottom. Yeah. Very similar to ours. Ours is a 50 litre, so slightly smaller, but the same concept. Yeah. It's a lovely size, though. You'd be able to get plenty of things in there.
Yeah, a lot of beers.
Essential.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could just explain how you're going to have your kitchen arranged.
Yeah. We'll start here. We're going to leave 70 centimeters to come into the van, and then the kitchen will start here with the stove and the sink, 2-burner stove and the sink.
A
In one
combined.
piece, a combined, or
Yeah.
one piece. It's
Sure.
I think 900 millimeters in length, and then underneath we'll have the doors for all the things we need. Here on top we'll have a cupboard. We have the TV over here,
Okay.
just so when we are seated, us four can watch TV.
Okay.
Normally, sometimes it's back here,
Yes.
and the people sitting here can't watch TV, so I'm going to put it over there. Then we'll have a cupboard here, all the way here. And when the kitchen, the sink ends, we'll have a big cupboard here, and we'll have the fridge. But underneath the fridge, we'll leave another cupboard for afterwards for air conditioning from Truma.
Ah, so you're going to fit the separate air conditioning unit.
Yeah,
And that's what the
the conduct is here.
the white ducting up here.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the brown ducting that you get for the heating, but this is specially made, I take it, for the air conditioning.
Yes, yes, it is.
Ah.
Yes. So it'll be underneath the fridge, and then on top of that cupboard with the air conditioning, we'll have the fridge, and the fridge will be all the way from here. We see this grill here is
Yes.
underneath, and this one here. So it's
And there'll be a full height cupboard.
yeah, all the way to the
All the
top.
way to
yeah.
the top,
So
yeah.
and then the fridge will end here, and then we'll have an extra cupboard on top.
And then just beyond that, obviously, is where the beds start.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just afterwards we'll have the beds. Yeah.
So we've just nipped up onto your roof terrace, which is really handy to get an aerial view of the vans. So we can clearly see your 3 ventilation fans up. Well, 1 ventilation fan at the front, and the other 2 are just skylights, just
Yeah.
manual skylights.
Yeah.
And obviously the awning along the side there. And then your plan is to have initially 1 solar panel.
Yeah, initially 1 solar panel, 100 watts, will be between the front skylight and the second one.
And then you've got space there if you want to at a later date maybe add another solar panel.
Yeah.
And you've already made provision inside with some Copex flexible conduit
Yeah,
for the wiring for the second panel.
yeah, as well. There's the hole over there. Hopefully it
Yeah, we
doesn't
can
start raining.
just about see the hole there.
Yeah, for the second panel, yeah.
And after a wonderful day with Rui and Maria chatting about their van and their plans for holidaying, we were treated to some traditional Portuguese barbecued chicken cooked on an open charcoal pit. It was absolutely delicious. I just want to say, while we're sitting here at the table with this beautiful port, that this is absolutely the best part of travelling Europe, is meeting people like yourself. And just want to say a huge thank you for welcoming us into your home
Yeah,
and
it's our pleasure.
and treating us to some fantastic regional food. The dinner that we had yesterday was amazing,
Yeah.
and I really thank you guys a lot. So.
No, we're the ones who are very grateful for you to come to our house, because we learned a lot from your experience building the van.
It's
So-
what the YouTube channel was all about. I wanted to share our experience, and hopefully that would inspire or help others to do their own builds. So seeing your van and your build, and you guys being inspired by us doing our van and our travels, yeah, it's brilliant. It makes the whole thing so much more worthwhile. So, cheers.
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 Cheers.